Alright everybody, we're going to do the Hello Phaser game, and what we're going to do is we're going to go up to Replit, and we're going to go ahead and create our new Replit file. We're going to use HTML and CSS, and it's going to have a brand new file, and we're going to go ahead and rename that file Phaser or Hello Phaser. Notice I use camel case there to make sure that works out. On the left, you're going to notice it creates the HTML, CSS, and Java for us. And now we're going to go through the code tutorials again, and we're going to go back to the Hello Phaser code tutorial. It shows us how to copy each of the code. So we're going to go with what is Phaser, and they haven't really finished that page yet, so you're going to skip it and go to Hello Phaser. Again, it's going to show you the goals, talks about a Hello World program. I encourage you to read that on your own. We're not going to do it in the video. And then we're going to start off by making our files. So here we go. First thing we're going to do is make sure we have the Phaser framework, which we did in our template. And so if you're going to use the template to start, you should just make a copy of it and you should be good to go. But what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go ahead and get that template, that Phaser file, and go ahead and insert that in. It wants us to make a folder for assets, so we're going to go ahead and add our folder, name it assets. I've learned that uploading a folder just puts the stuff there. You have to actually upload the folder inside of a folder, so we're going to go ahead and create it. Now we need to have the starter HTML, so copy and paste into the HTML file. Make sure you're on the HTML file, select everything, Control A, and paste, and it's going to tell you some stuff. You're going to want to need to read these so that you understand what each of those steps things happen. What do they do? You know what I mean? So if you don't read what they do, it's going to be very challenging for you. It wants you to add this code to it, and it tells you between 10 and 11. It's a divide tag, so find 10 and 11, find the divide tag and drop it in there. And you're going to change first name, last name to obviously your name. Then we're going to test our code, and our code should look like this Hello Phaser item here. So if I test our code, Hello Phaser, so far I'm doing everything perfectly. If you don't have that, stop the video and start over and do it again. So now we need to add our style sheet, so make sure things look pretty, our CSS. So I go into style script and I paste that in, and I go down to the other CSS items, and I'm going to copy that and paste it in. And again, the CSS is changing the way it looks. And so now we're going to preview it, and we should have a screen that looks something like that. And it looks like we have that, so that's 2 for 2 here. Okay, so now we're going to add our JavaScript for the game. So the JavaScript again is what makes it active, makes it interactive, if you will. So let's go ahead and look at our JavaScript here. You'll notice there Hello Phaser's at the bottom. I put mine at the top. Either way, it doesn't matter. I'm going to go into script.js, and there is that file there. Notice it's going to have you fill in the blanks. And you're going to preview the web page again, and now you should have a black screen in the middle there that works. If you wanted to move your name below the black screen, you can do that in the code. Okay, next we are going to go ahead and add the image. And so it says download this image. You have to actually open the image file up, and since it's in Mr. List's Google Drive, you're going to need to download that file, and it downloads to the bottom left corner there, so it's putting it in your downloads folder. And you'll see that I already have it in there, so there's my phaser file and my downloads. And so what I need to do now is I need to declare a variable for the image, and I put that on line 5. Understand the rules for variables there. I need to load the image into memory, so I'm going to add this into line 9, and it's blank. I'm going to add this to line 14, and it's going to tell it to actually load the video or load the file. And then it says, let's keep reading through it. It talks about the X and Y coordinates and where the image is at on the page. So now if I run my script, the first thing I'm going to see is I don't have a picture. I have a green box, and I don't have a green box because we never uploaded the actual image. So I'm not going to add a file, because if you add a file, it actually makes a new file on the server. What we're going to do is we're going to upload that file, and we're going to go into our drive or into your downloads, and you're going to grab that phaser, and you're going to upload it. Now if I hit run again, it's still not going to work, because the code is looking for it in a very specific spot. So I got to move that into the assets folder. When I hit run, now it works. So now my image is here. So now what we're going to do is we're going to move that image to the middle. So we're going to go to line 14, and we're going to hit enter to 515 there, and you're going to see that it moves the image to the middle. And that should conclude the part 1. So next video we're going to do part 6.